that's usually the prison bus. But here it's a school bus. So theoretically, Optimus Prime just destroyed a bus full of children. That's a bit dark. Welcome back to the worst lit YouTube videos in history. I want to do some Transformers DS videos. I know I said ages ago. I'm done with this. I don't want to talk about Transformers DS ever again. And at the time, I believed it. At the time, I really didn't want to make Transformers DS videos anymore. But here we are. I want to talk about it again. I want to make some videos on it again. I'm in that mood. I'm in that Transformers DS mood. And it's a mood that I can only really wait to come around. I can't force it. And here we are. I want to do it. I want to do it. Now's the time. I'm going to do individual videos playing as every single character in the game. I'm also going to do this for the Decepticons version, but we're going to cover the Autobots version first, just because I feel like it's a bit slept on this channel. Everyone seems to be all about the Decepticon games. I'm going to give the underdog a little bit of love, because it's just as good as the other one, for the most part. There's 5 characters. I'm not going to go over the custom character here. The custom character I don't need to go over the custom character, but we are going to go through Bumblebee, Jazz, Ironhide, Optimus Prime, and Ratchet. I don't really know who I want to start with. I'm thinking I want to start with Optimus. You know, we'll start with who I think is the strongest character in this game. We're going to go ahead. We're just going to choose a location. Let's just do it in the suburbs, and I'll talk about what he can do, how to optimally play him, and obviously in a game like this that's not super deep, it's difficult to give you loads and loads of gameplay tips because it's just not the deepest game of all time. But we're kind of working with scraps here, but we'll see what we can conjure up. I also have my game sped up just a little bit to increase the FPS and just to increase game speed, because I feel like the game's a little bit more fun when you play it on a slightly higher frame rate. It's interesting starting with Optimus because I feel like Optimus has almost no flaws. He's not exactly the quickest character in the game, but he's not bad with speed either, especially when you do these turbo drifts. Let's just take care of some of these Decepticons here. Oh, I've already got a threat level 1. Is there another one over there? Is he still alive? No. First of all, yeah, vehicle mode for Optimus is ridiculously powerful. I don't know if you're seeing this, but let's just do a quick emergency turn. Optimus's weapons, Optimus melee, it's all ridiculously broken. You can just stand there and pummel missiles into people. You don't really have to think. You don't really have to dodge. You can kind of just soak up all the damage. There's nothing that you really have to worry about. You don't have to worry about getting hit. Not overly anyway. And if you take enough damage, you'll, for Optimus to get to a low amount of health, it's kind of impossible because of the amount of these red health drops that come along. I suppose there is actually a challenge mode in the game where you just survive as long as possible, but your health is constantly draining. Maybe I'll try and load one of those up after this, after I neutralize the threat, and we'll go through that and see how long I can last with him. I think he's the strongest character in this game, easily the strongest character. As you can see, I'm at pretty much maximum health, and I'm not really thinking, I'm just meleeing. I'm not making a conscious effort to dodge things. I know I just dodged one of those missiles right there, and then failed to dodge all the others. Nice little dive cancel. There you go. There you go, threat neutralized. I wasn't really thinking. I was just playing. I was just shooting things and punching things. Let's see what we can do. Let's see challenge-wise. There is a challenge level. I don't know if I've unlocked it in this. I haven't. We're going to have to go and find it. We're going to have to venture through Tranquility and find it. Let's start at the suburbs. Start at the suburbs. So durability-wise, I know all the characters have stats when you first load them up anyway. But I don't think they're super accurate, especially in... Also, can we just quickly, real quick, sorry, I keep losing my train of thought, but that's a school bus. Apparently in the UK version of the game, which is the one I played on cartridge, I'm just going to ignore those Decepticons, it's different, and that's usually the prison bus. But here it's a school bus. So theoretically, Optimus Prime just destroyed a bus full of children. That's a bit dark. That's a bit dark, man. Come on, America, you don't have to be putting that in your game. I don't think Optimus Prime would do that. I don't know about you. I just don't think that's really an Optimus Prime thing to do. Let's keep driving on. Oh, there's a school here as well. You know what, Optimus? Stop staring at the school, man. Stop staring at the school. Don't get any ideas, buddy. Don't go getting any ideas. Okay, is this the mission? City race? No. There is a bunch of challenge missions in the game that I never covered when I was talking about the game before. Like all the missions and stuff, when I did my game review, basically. And I'm just going to be plowing through people in the meantime. Boom, boom. There's something else about Optimus too. Just ram through another school bus, through a lamppost. Oh, what's this? Brand new car? Nice. New pickup truck? I don't think so. New car? Nice. Oh, that's a Decepticon. Ram through him, back up into him, ram into him again. We're not even gonna kill this guy with... Oh, yeah, there we go. We didn't even kill him with, with guns or punching. Optimus can just drive into people. And I mean, any character can kind of do this. But with Optimus, it's particularly good. I mean, even in truck mode, you could probably do threat neutralized completely in his truck mode. His truck mode is just as broken as his robot mode is. Hold out. Here it is. Oh, I didn't mean to pause. Hold out. This is what I was looking for. Survive as long as possible while losing energy. Let's do this for every character, I think. I think it'd be good to do this for every character on the tier list and see how long each of them lasts, and that'll be a good measure of their durability, I think. I know I can't really play multiplayer because there is no online. I would love to do a multiplayer tier list. I remember how each character plays for multiplayer. I would love to do that. Whoa, 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 we are taking damage. That was me boasting about his durability earlier. I'm going to take damage there. I'm going to take damage there. There's some health to my right. I didn't get that timing. Just plow through them with the turbo. That's good. Keep missing that timing on every time I get knocked back. There we go. Oh, this is terrible. I shouldn't have transformed there. That was a terrible idea. We got this, we got this, we got this. We've so got this. Really? Only a minute? Optimus's missiles are so broken. It's even worse with Megatron. Okay. Really? We're only going to go for a minute? Oh, we got a bit more survivability? Just a little bit more? Can we get a bit more health? No, we die. A minute 31? A minute 31. Nice. That's a good best time. So Optimus durability, we're gonna say it's a minute 31. Let's try again though. Let's try again. I really want to try that again. Durability, because there I was boasting how much of a tank he was, and I don't want to really use that as a measure of, you know, he can only survive a minute 31 seconds. Let's try it again. See if we can get any higher. If it's around the same number, we'll call it an average. There you go. They're dead. Turbo through that. I'm pressing the wrong button. Oh, these tanks are a pain. I think tanks and convoy vehicles are Optimus's biggest nightmare. And honestly, they're not even that big of a problem. Just compared to everything else. Everything else melts like butter. I've got a good feeling about this. We might actually be able to go a bit longer in this run. I'm dodging some missiles and stuff. I'm actually trying. Did you kind of have to try? You're constantly taking damage. You have to constantly be destroying stuff and taking as little damage as possible. You're passively losing health. Let's get rid of these guys. Get rid of that helicopter. There's some more energy there. I feel pretty good here. Get rid of that missile launcher. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. We're about to beat that record. Optimus is way more durable than a minute 30. I always thought that was a little bit low. I was sitting there thinking that's unusually low for him. Of all the characters in the game, Optimus has one of the highest survivabilities, alongside maybe like Megatron and Starscream. I think those are the three best characters in the game by far. And I genuinely think the only reason Optimus ranks lower for me, if I was to do a whole tier list of characters, the only reason he would rank lower is because he cannot fly. Him not being able to fly is a huge detriment. 2 minutes 15. We nearly added an entire minute onto that runtime. That's insane. 2 minutes 16. With Optimus, I think the best bet is not to... Your best defense is your offense. There is no point trying to jump around like you would with Bumblebee or Barricade and try to... Go away, what are you doing? Get out of here. There's no point trying to dodge every incoming missile, every incoming attack, even if you're playing multiplayer. When I used to play multiplayer when I was younger, and I play with people, I was always on the offense as Optimus. He's got a really good natural defense anyway. Like, he's got high enough survivability that you can rely on just being ridiculously aggressive, and you'll survive that way, because you'll just get health pickups and stuff like that. In multiplayer, when you play on a map like this, in multiplayer where I am right now, which is the power plant, the only problem is that you don't get health pickups for killing people. You get health pickups from running away and picking them up around the map. Optimus's slow mobility probably has a big negative impact on that, just because he's not the quickest character in the game. His base speed is pretty good. Obviously, I'm playing a bit of a sped up version of the game right now. So he looks quicker than he is in base game, but obviously if the entire game is sped up, then every character will be slightly faster. So it's not really going to make much of a difference. His mobility, if he's low on health and you're playing against a Starscream, for example, a good Starscream, you're going to be a bit screwed. I don't think there's anything that you can do about that. I think your best bet is to just stay on the offense as much as possible. Try and stay near health pickups if you're playing multiplayer. Then again, whether you use this advice for multiplayer or single player is completely up to you. If you use this advice at all, maybe you're just watching this because you like the game and you want to hear me ramble about it. I guess we can try one more challenge mission before I kind of wrap up the video. Let's see. Look at this. Look, his missiles are completely broken. Or you just want to walk towards what you want to kill with Optimus, and just spam the missile button. This attack here is the most broken thing in the game. Easily the most broken thing in the game. Should we try and find a different mission, or should we just go ahead with that holdout mission again? But also, he can just drive through people. We established this earlier on in the video. Maybe not those trucks, but like that. Yeah, especially if you do a little turbo boost right before it. He can drive through literally everything. Characters like Bumblebee will struggle to do that. It's ridiculous. Optimus is painfully broken, and I don't know what they were thinking with that. I'm not quite sure how they balanced the game. Obviously, they didn't balance it around multiplayer. They balanced it around story. So he had to be kind of strong for the story mode because he was used in the later boss fights, including the final boss of the game. But I don't know. Maybe if they remade this game at all, which will never ever happen. Melee Mayhem. Let's see what Melee Mayhem's all about. If they remade this game, they'd have to rebalance the characters, I think. Build an object and destroy other objects with it. Okay, I don't feel like this is particularly... I don't think we need to do this. I don't think this is a good measure of... Oh, actually, no, this is quite fun. This isn't usually a great strat. I don't think... Like, I never usually even bother picking stuff up and smacking things with it. But with Optimus, I'm not gonna lie. Look at this. He's just got a massive tree sword. Dude, he is just wrecking things. Where's some other people? Yeah. Imagine you're coming home from your weekly grocery shop, and this is what you see. I never really paid too much attention to these challenge missions before. I was always just focused on like the story and stuff like that. It never really crossed my mind to go destroying stuff. Whacking stuff with a tree does crazy damage. The only problem is you get hit by a missile and it's game over. You know what I want to try and do? I want to try and do a threat neutralized with this. That's what I want to do. I want to try and do a threat neutralized with just a tree. And kind of restrict myself to just using a tree and just seeing how strong Optimus's melee weapon damage is, or whatever. School bus? What other game can you pick up a tree and destroy a school bus that's moving in the middle of the day? So you know what that means with Optimus Prime. What other game can you do that? I don't think you can do that in any other video game that exists on the entire planet. Let's... well, we're about to call it a day. We've got 10,316. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. There we go. All right. Let's end it there. New high score. Gold medal received. We're all good at getting these gold medals. Exit the free play. Now, final. I want to end this video on a high note. Let's get away from a challenge marker because that's going to be a pain in my ass. Pick up the tree. Let's just start wrecking stuff. Because this was fun. Can I jump and use it? No, I can't jump and use it. Okay. I never really used melee weapons in this game before. I always just used the melee button because it was so broken and so strong. There was no need to pick up weapons and smack people with weapons unless it required you to do so in a story mission. Like the Brawl boss fight in this game with Optimus, where you have to hit him with tanks. There's another school bus. Optimus loves destroying these school buses, man. He's got a vendetta against these things. Whoa. It's definitely slower. It's definitely a lot slower. It's got really high damage output. It's got really high damage output. He wants to wants to get beaten by a tree. Boom, boom. Oh. Whoa, that just despawned. Okay. It smacked the truck and it didn't want any of this tree, so it just despawned. Nice, okay. Okay, I might have to ditch the tree here. This tree isn't proving useful at all. I got some health there. I can't hit them with the tree. I can't hit them with the tree. Oh, I can kind of hit them with the tree. This is awful. Let's see if we can pull Optimus back from the brink of death. You die. Look at this. You're just restricting yourself using melee weapons. I just think it's a underused mechanic. That's a criticism I've got of this game, I guess. There's so many underused mechanics. It's like the ground pound as well. The ground pound that it's used in a couple of cutscenes, and I feel like they just wanted to implement more melees into the game, but they made everyone's base melee their strongest melee attack. There's literally no point in using it. I'll wait for this crosshair to go. See that ground pound there? It does like no damage at all. It's like they didn't really playtest that. And it's useless. It's pretty useless. The only time I ever use it is in the actually no, I'm lying. It is useless. Can't get words out. It is useful for the final mission to the game in the first phase of the boss fight. So the Starscream or Megatron fights on the respective versions. If you use a helicopter for your custom character, and you fly over them, you transform right behind them and then use the ground pound. You get the hit behind them, if I'm making sense. I'll probably try and demonstrate it in a separate video when I'm playing a separate thing, when I'm playing a separate character. If I end up doing like a missions guide or something like that. I've already done one for Stings Like a Bee. Anyway, that'll be the end of today's video. I just wanted to give you some Optimus Prime gameplay, how to play him. It's really difficult to tell you how to play him because he plays so streamlined. He's a walking war machine. Probably the worst character to start out if I wanted to do a guide on a character, because he's just a walking war machine. He plays the exact same as he does in the movies. Walk into stuff and break it. He's ridiculously powerful. Actual strategy doesn't come into play, really, unless you're talking about characters who are like B tier and below, because Optimus, Megatron, and Starscream, spoiler alert for updated guides on them, because I have done guides on them in the past, just walk into stuff and break it. At Starscream it's a bit different, but Megatron and Optimus, they're very similar in terms of their damage output. It's ridiculously high, so you don't actually need to worry about any kind of strategy. They're really beginner friendly. I used to play this game when I was 7 years old with my grandparents, and I would always recommend they pick Optimus or Megatron because they're just so broken, so overpowered. But yeah, anyway, that's the end of today's video, and I'll catch you all in the next one.